We are live. So this is the pre-show as we get ready to 8 o'clock. We got 3 till.
Pre-show. That's when all the fun happens anyway. Pre-show.
Right. Well, that's where the bitching and whining happens. What are you talking about?
Oh, how are you all guys doing? I know y'all are you're out there. It's Tuesday. It's not every Tuesday, but it's Tuesday.
It's a very important Tuesday for you historians. This is actually election night, 11/3/2020. If this podcast lasts into the future and you're back listening to past podcasts, this is the day everything changed one way or another.
If you find my hard drive,
we don't know the results yet. Yeah. We don't know the results yet at this point, so we're all. I'm just trying to be distracted by this podcast today.
I'm voting for Robo Houston, 23rd term.
Right. Actually, is it wrong to go ahead and just hope the Red Fork Empire just comes in and takes over now?
I'm still betting on the asteroid.
Whichever version.
Speeding up. The asteroid out there got sped up. And
that's right. There was an asteroid headed our way as well.
Yeah.
So,
you know what they found out? Jupiter's throwing them at us.
Oh, okay. I guess. Yeah. Well, Jupiter's mad. I guess.
Stay away. Keep your robot vermin away from me. Go home.
Right. Stop looking at me. Creeper. Sending your satellites our way or what? My way.
We don't need your transmitted diseases. We don't need humanity.
Right.
I don't think of that most of the time, but on a celestial scale, I'm pretty sure we rank on the scale of scum that lives on the outside of someone's, facial hair.
Yeah, that's why I never understood why would aliens come here? I mean, that's why we never met any. They fly by, they take a look and say, "Oh, stay away from that place."
We haven't found any intelligent life anywhere.
Nothing, no intelligent life whatsoever.
Oh God!
It's also, like Pluto. Isn't Pluto like a god of war?
No, it's Mars.
Mars. Well, Pluto is a god of war or death or madness or something like that. Let's see, Pluto.
Yeah, let's see here.
Pantheon.
Ruler of the underworld. So it's Hades. Or that dog from Disney.
Yeah, it's like I saw somebody say, well, Pluto was downgraded from wasn't a planet anymore. So obviously we pissed somebody off.
Well, all this started happening after we raided Area 51. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's the lizard aliens or the big round-eyed aliens, do you think?
They got in there, they took something or something. I don't know. A lot of shit's happening.
Oh, here comes Stacks now. Hey, just in time. Perfect timing.
Woo! And Nicole says hi.
Hello. And Stacks is in just in the nick of time. It is 8 o'clock, and you have found this Texas Steampunk connection. Hello, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
Perfect timing. We are transmitting for you again from our various bunkers and airships, and it is a crazy night. So use this as a distraction. Let's not talk about the craziness just yet.
The great distraction.
We're here to talk steampunk, and then maybe we'll talk about other stuff. And with me as always, well, of course, I am Flavio, and with me as always is Thax and Jack, who's still wanted for 500 coal credits, I'm told. Nicole can verify. Nicole, if you wish to join us, just send me a message. So
pick on me. Yes, more. I need to be picked on by a girl. Thank you.
You get picked on by girls.
I do. It's great. I love it. Mostly it's my wife.
Well, it's not wrong here, man.
Mostly it's your wife.
What's going on with that jacket?
Do you like it?
I do.
I do.
It's awesome.
It's a fantastic jacket.
This is my distract everybody jackets,
Working.
Exactly.
Can't tell where I am if I keep moving like this. I'm a blur.
That's right. Be a blur. I can zoom in on me and check out the jacket.
That is a fantastically awesome jacket.
So where did that come from? It's sort
the
of
same place that the other one came from. The one that was all newsprint.
Yeah.
My friend gave it. He got them somewhere from on the internet, and he wore the one with the newsprint. And I liked it, and he happened to have an extra one for some reason because I think he ordered one that was too small for him, so he ordered another one, and then he gave me the one that was too small for him, and then he also had this one as well.
I have been looking for that newsprint jacket since I saw it, and I cannot find it on the internet.
I will find out where he got it. I am seeing him again on Thursday. I will ask him where he got it. It's a great jacket. I mean, and this one was he got from the same place as he got that newsprint jacket. No worries, no worries, Nicole. Maybe next time. You're welcome anytime.
Oh, she's recovering from a mad sewing project. That sounds about right.
It's okay. Nothing wrong with the project. I mean, that's very, very, hey, a craft woman disaster. That's perfectly steampunk. I mean, why not, right?
Let's get a camera down there, down to the ground zero. How you doing down there, John?
John. So okay, so let's start our podcast within a podcast, beer talk. I have my beer today. It is one I think I've tried it before in the past, but I don't remember if I liked it or not. It's not my normal type of drink. It's the Devil's Backbone Belgium style.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
The Belgian Devil.
Real Ale Brewing. It says Belgian side triple. I don't know triple what. If it's triple hops, I'm not going to like it.
No.
But
Belgian triple is
ale.
a kind of beer. And Devil's Backbone is a Belgian triple.
Right.
Yeah, I love Devil's Backbone. It is a great choice.
It's very Hefeweizen type to me. Tastes like a Hefeweizen to me.
Oh,
this one does anyway.
A lot more strong flavor notes than a Hefeweizen.
Mm-hmm.
And
I believe you. I mean, I agree, but I'm saying, but to me, it reminds me of Hefeweizen. It's a little flavory. It's not hoppy enough to be on my off list. Yeah,
but it's also higher alcohol content than most of those beers.
Oh, even better. Yeah, I got my cousin brought a 6-pack in, and he left me one, so I can try it today. So that was good for him. Good on him. Yeah, so that's my drink for today. How about you, Thax? What are you drinking?
Well, given the circumstances of the evening and my hope of kind of forgetting everything going on around, tonight I am drinking a mixed drink called a Panty Ripper. Panty Ripper is a drink that's
a Panty Ripper, okay,
common in Belize, where I like to travel and vacation. It's basically half and half coconut rum and pineapple juice. So it's not
nice.
Oh, I think I would like that because I like rum.
Mess you up kind of drink, but it's sweet and it's islandy, and it's
makes you feel like you're in the tropics somewhere. Maybe.
All the things that I missed not being able to go on vacation this year. It's really
you can just say you can say your airship is currently traveling over the ocean right now, so you're just enjoying the tropics.
Yeah, traveling instead of just crash landing on a nice island somewhere.
Or traveling to a crash landing to an island somewhere. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you're. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you're actually in a bunker or an aircraft, but because that's. Let's keep our location secret, I guess, because of Jack mostly. Because your red lighting, Jack, puts you in a bunker in my head, but you could be in an airship for all I know.
Dude, it's for a captain's ready room. Have to get the mood lighting down. Got to go out and ask for one ping and one ping only, please.
Jack is in the red light district as usual.
Well, there's also that. Maybe I'm running it or something. Who knows?
$50, same as in town, right?
Holding out on me.
Oh.
So yeah, so if he's in the red light district, let us know if that ups his bounty or not, Nicole. If he's broken any laws, we'll keep a count on whether or not it goes up and down.
It could be in the Chinese area.
It's like bounty watch. It's still 500. Okay, there we go. So what are you drinking, Jack?
Well, I decided for this evening to forego beer and go a little bit harder.
Oh, you too.
going with the Crown Royal here.
That's
Crown Royal.
I had a couple of friends give me a couple of these little bottles like that, so I've lined them up. I got my shot glass out. That's what we're going to do this evening.
You're going to take a shot, huh? Okay.
Take a shot. I'm thinking about turning something that's going on into a drinking game. I'm not totally sure how to really work it without dying. Okay.
I think there's a lot of people out here heavily drinking tonight.
Yeah. I mean,
yes, as I was saying earlier, before Thax came in, I was saying that this is for in the future, folks who are listening to this in the histories and annals of looking into the past. This is a November 3rd, 2020, election day. So if this is the day everything goes wrong or right, depending, the world will change after today. Either we get hit by an asteroid. We're either going to get hit by an asteroid, the Red Fork Empire, the Red Fork Empire is going to take over. The Enigma Men might be enigmatic. I don't know, but everything's going to change today.
Houston takes over for his 23rd term.
Yeah,
who knows?
It's like, I haven't heard anything from the Red Fork Empire in a while. I just think they've been holding back and waiting for the right moment. So you never know. Could be tonight.
Yes.
So anyway, that was Drink Talk or Beer Talk, the podcast within a podcast. So thank you very much for joining us for that. Hi, Rita. How you doing?
Oh, hi, Rita. It's been a long time. Long time.
Hey, nice segue though. We actually met Rita in person last weekend because last weekend we had a Halloween steampunk party.
Ooh, it was fun too.
And Rita traveled to join us there
with her husband.
It was amazing.
Mr. Rita.
With her husband, yes.
That doesn't sound
who's a tinkerer and a very smart man. Hey, Jay. So as I say, we had a steampunk party last weekend, and it was for Halloween. We had a DJ, we had a pumpkin carving contest, which Rita won. We had a costume contest, which Rita came in third.
Yeah, the people who won actually were first-time steampunkers, which I was very surprised. They were decked to the nines.
They were very well dressed, which is why they won. They came up to us at the table and introduced themselves. We thought they were somebody we might have known from a past con or something, because they were so well dressed. And then they said, it's like, wow, they just threw together outfits and they did a really damn good job.
And it's really interesting because Jack just brought up last episode or 2 episodes ago how there's so much more steampunk stuff that you can get at costume shops and thrift shops and that sort of thing this year than we've really seen before. And this couple bought like all of it.
Yeah. Yep. The cane, all the decking stuff for the hats, all of this going on. They look great. And even like she had some stickers or something that were little gears. They look like they were almost like painted on.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's cool. She make and apparently they frequently went to the Copeland dance hall, and they heard about the steampunk dance, and so they went and steampunked up, and they joined us, and they had a good time. I'm sure it helped that they won the costume contest, and so
they were having a good time already. They came to have fun. They were great.
They were out there dancing, and
they were Western swing dancers all the way. And it was just a lot of fun to watch them.
It certainly was. I got out and danced for a song because Jack's wife was teaching me how to swing dance myself, and I went and shook my booty a little bit, slow and messed up, but I did it.
Hey, half of dancing is messing up and learning what to do about it. So
that's right.
The other half is just having fun.
It was a good time. Oh, and the brisket tacos were awesome, excellent.
I wouldn't know because you.
Yes, I have to get, every time I went to get a taco, I got the last brisket taco every time I went to get one, so that was available.
Yeah,
but you had some pork tacos that you said were really good, Tax.
I did have some pork tacos.
I will blame my grandmother for buying a lot of the brisket taco. Not my grandmother, my mother-in-law for buying most of the brisket tacos. I'm sure.
Well, good for her. I mean, that's fine. The pork tacos were not great.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's just the store-bought corn tortillas that just fall apart are just super frustrating. And I'm trying to keep my costume, my clothes clean, and I don't have any implements, a fork or anything. So that was.
We will look into that next year. We'll make sure that there's something that's not. What's the right word for it? Something that's costume friendly, because I also ran into the same problem trying to eat them like that, and I'm just like, but
yes, the brisket tacos did fall apart, but they were still delicious.
Jack, I was under the impression that this was a like a barbecue restaurant.
It was, or is
open.
And that was actually what we were advertising as. But the problem is the facility itself had to shut down the restaurant literally a week prior due to just operating costs of doing so. And so that was the issue we had, because we planned on having the full menu. We planned on having it all. And, the $35 steak and the whatever else, the wonderful foods that they do have there, but they couldn't afford to keep it open right now due to the fact that we can't, they're having a hard time bringing people. So that was one reason we actually had the opportunity to even host a party there, is because they didn't have anything planned for the 31st. And I'm just like, a bar that doesn't have anything planned for Halloween, I'll make something and I'll get people there. And,
well, you got some people there. You had a friend come from New Mexico.
I had a friend
New Mexico.
Break laws. Well, I don't know. I actually don't know if they were actually in effect right now, but possibly break county, break state laws to come across and come to this party. Yeah, and pick people up in Dallas and bring them. So
that is insane. Although from what I hear, they didn't want people from Texas going to New Mexico. There was no embargo coming the other direction into Texas.
Us that's dirty. Yeah, I get it.
It was New Mexico saying stay away at one point to us.
No, I understand. Right now, if COVID gets in any of those little towns in New Mexico, we can wipe out a small town in no time.
Yep. But still, the fact, even if it wasn't COVID times, the fact that he traveled from Roswell, New Mexico to come join us at this party was crazy, and I'm happy he did it, and I was glad to meet him. but wow, that's a hell of a trip.
Yes, it is.
Because he, yeah, I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what else to say.
Well, I have very loyal people that are good friends that we all hang out with. Kind of had to sift a couple through, and the best ones have come out on top. So here we are. And
you kind of found me somewhere in the bottom. I was like,
well, I mean, the best whiskey's at the bottom of the barrel. What are you talking about? Maybe a little rough. Maybe a little rough, but you're there and you're loyal, and you'll get the job done. It may not be pretty, but
Well, that's because I'm a manly man. Manly men don't have to be pretty.
You smell like you came out of a whiskey barrel, but that's fine. That's a good smell. I like that smell.
Which is weird, since I don't actually drink whiskey. I don't understand where that's coming from.
Yeah, I have to give up wearing a lot of different colognes just because, like, that leather smell, it smells great. I'm apparently allergic to it. I'm just like, real leather, no problem. Real leather, like for like cleaning hats and like actual leather stuff, I'm fine with. I just can't do the scent that apparently is synthetic. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Unfortunately, Christmas time is coming, and that potpourri smell everywhere. Yeah. That stuff gives me headaches like crazy. The potpourri just drives me nuts. Just like, I avoid malls at all costs because of that.
Well, never fear.
One potpourri store.
Not go to malls this year. First off, they're all closing because they weren't getting the kind of people they needed to run through anyway. And two, there's even more reason to keep people from going to malls this year.
That potpourri smell every time there's that one store that just permeates the entire mall. Drove me crazy. That's okay. Maybe Nicole. There'll be other opportunities to meet up with you. I'm hoping. I mean, not this year, of course. Maybe next year at Steampunk November, if there's a next year, 2021. Assuming we're not hit by the meteor.
Meteor 2020.
So that's another thing. Is like if we do this again, if we do this again on Halloween, are you thinking of doing it again on Halloween next year, or picking another date? Because it will be pretty close to Steampunk November. You know.
Yeah. Well,
it'd be like the week before. We had this issue a couple years ago when we tried to do something else, but our argument was for the people who can't make it there.
So the plan might be different this year, depending if we have this facility available again next year for the same time. Yes, we will do it again, even though it's so close to Steampunk November. Mainly just for the fact it's still like 2 to 3 weeks, and then most likely 2 weeks, because I think Steampunk November usually happens around like the 15th ish, give or take. It's always like the second or third weekend, so it's 2 to 3 weeks.
I always thought it was the first.
No, it's the first.
Is it the first?
First weekend,
really?
Because if they go too far to the end of November, then they're butting up against Dickens on the Strand, which is first week of December.
Oh. Nicole's saying second weekend in November now, so I'm inclined to believe Nicole.
Yeah, I think it's at least the second. Yeah, it's the 13th. It's always been like. It's always the second week. I know it's like getting to the point where like I'm almost like messing up my plans for like an early Thanksgiving with half my family. So it's always been one of those kind of like weird. Yeah. But yeah, so it will be 2 weeks from that. I don't have a problem being that close, mainly for the fact that most of the people who will be traveling to like my event are closer, and it'll be like a dress rehearsal. At least that's what I'm hoping. Now, if we don't have a facility, there's no reason to have it until the 31st, and we may move it around a little bit, and we may even try to just have Fax 3.0s and do it at the Ghost Town again, and just kind of conglomerate. I'll have to talk to him about that, but like just kind of have the two ideas come together and just host it out there, because that's such a great place to host it. And
it is a great place. They have a new building. They've been chummy with the what's the name of that show? The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Fear the Walking Dead.
Okay, and so
Fear the Walking Dead built that building there for them.
Right. The production company is building on their site for them.
And so they have that new building was actually in the show. There was a wedding in the show and a shootout in front of the building. So it's prominent in the show at one point. Yeah,
and it's better built than probably most of the other buildings on the site.
It's a functional building.
Most of those buildings were there. I think they're just for photo ops. It seems like so.
Right.
Yeah,
but this one, you're not going to fall through holes in the floor. The electricity is up to code. I think it looks good. It feels much safer in the new building.
That's great. See, this is already steampunk enough. It's a building that was dangerous at one point, and we think it's safe. Let's do a party here.
It's okay. It'll work for now.
See, almost always on Veterans Day or close to it. Fun fact: Steampunk November was originally a Halloween party. That makes sense. I never really thought.
I thought it was originally a birthday party for somebody. I guess I was wrong. I always heard that it was a birthday party for somebody originally. Like it was a private. Like the first couple were like private events or somebody's birthday party. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, that was my understanding too. You had to have an invitation, and he just started passing out invitations to everybody. Yeah, and then it became
a Renaissance Festival for steampunks. Because if you've ever read that man's resume, runs it. It's like fencing mastery, blacksmith mastery, like swordsmanship mastery. Like it's insane, and I love it to death because this man's been in the Renaissance business a long time, and he's just like the coolest and most silent guy at the whole grounds. And he smokes with this massive pipe that looks like something freaking. Oh, I'm going to kill myself. I cannot remember the name of this guy. The wizard from freaking Tolkien.
Gandalf. Gandalf.
And it's his tobacco he uses is his most unique smell, and you know he's around when you smell it. You're just like looking around for him, and he's just standing in the corners to enjoying everything that's going on.
Is he having a good time?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I have not met the man. I mean,
half the time he doesn't look like maybe he's having the best time. He's running around. I mean, I'm sure putting that thing on is very stressful, and he's very busy doing stuff because that's how it is. But
I've run into him 3 times when he was busy, but I've also run into him a couple times where he's just standing there, and he'll have like a dude wander up to him and ask him some questions and then run off, and you can kind of just see he's just like, "This is my 5 minutes. I'm going to sit here in front of this fire and do my thing.
Take a break." Yeah.
It reminds me of this like calm dragon, just like you're like almost unapproachable, but I just don't want to bug you. But I would love to come talk to you more. And every time I talk to the guy, I'm always happy I did. But it was just he's almost unapproachable most of the time because I just want to give him his 5 minutes before I know he's inevitably having to like go rush people to do another thing. But yeah, Shane.
So if he's a dragon smoking a big pipe, then he's probably not smoking a pipe. It's just the smoke coming out of the pipe. That's his cover.
That was actually something out of Harry Dresden too. Went to a Halloween
That's what
party.
I was thinking of.
It's like there's a guy dressed up as this Roman hoplite guy, military guy, and he has a cigarette. He's blowing out these massive things of smoke, but the cigarette's not lit. It's like, I love it. Oh.
So there are ideas or plans to do something again next year, similar, if not the same.
What's that?
What happened?
What episode was he on Wishbone? What's the story? Come on, what's the story? Wishbone. Okay, Wishbone. It was on PBS. It was this little dog that they used as he would. I guess one of the most things he's most known for is they would read old books. So like the Sherlock Holmes novels, they would actually go through, and he had the dog. They had the dog dressed up as Sherlock, and they would go and solve the mystery or whatever. And so he'd always act out the main character of whatever book. And it was my generation's dog that basically told the story, And
and he was really super cute.
Oh yeah, a little bobtail and everything, a little like patch on his eye.
Okay, so was it a cartoon dog or it's a cartoon dog? I'm assuming a real dog.
Real dog.
Okay.
So it was a very well trained dog, and they had a whole bunch of seamstresses I know sitting there just like making him outfits for every episode because it was always a different book. And but yeah, it was on PBS.
Wow. Okay. Okay. That looks familiar. I've seen that. All right. Yeah, there we go. For those of you listening in the future and not watching the live cast or watching on YouTube, we are showing a picture of Wishbone. So we'll put a link up on our in a thing here.
Yeah, he's got the big rain drape thing. Oh, what the hell is that called? Poncho thing. I know it's a
here we call
mantle.
It a poncho.
Mantle. That's what it is. Yeah. There is a big mantle.
That looks. I think that qualifies as steampunk. If it's Sherlock Holmes and the Three Musketeers, apparently was a story. That sounds like steampunk to me.
And apparently was the combat assistant or director in the episode. I think it was on one of the Three Musketeers episodes. Yeah. There's actually 4 different dogs. I'm assuming they just painted their faces to make them exactly match. Wow, I did not know that. Yet again, Shane.
The dogs had makeup artists.
To talk to now because now I actually I've seen more of your work and didn't even know it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so what else do we want to drag up
cool.
for our past childhoods and see if there's steampunk in it? I'm up for talking about
unexpected steampunk.
Gotta have a thing slamming the screen for that.
I had a thought after Saturday night. The Copeland Dance Hall is usually a country,
a honky tonk
kicker bar,
Yeah.
sort of place. And so they mostly play country music. And one of the things that was asked, apparently, sort of last minute, is that mostly country music still needed to play to satisfy their regulars, of which there were very few.
Which very few showed up. However, they were hoping we'd have more regulars show up.
But so what got me thinking is, okay, quote unquote steampunk music is a very sort of vague, broad term that covers a lot.
Yes.
And I was trying to think, well, what do we consider like within the steampunk universe,
genre,
multiverse
space that has got a country feel that people who like country music can really gravitate to. Because what we were playing, we played some Abney Park, which is mostly kind of goth. So there was we played a swing song because the swing dancers were there. I thought they would get a kick out of it. But none of that was really of the genre that they were looking for.
So here's what's also about that. The owner of the building was like, I haven't heard a lot of those of the country songs you guys were playing in a long time. And it's like, are those considered steampunk? And well, Lex, who is our DJ, she was saying no, but kind of not either, because they were very dark cowboy songs. If you listen to some of the lyrics on them, they were talking about like a lot of, there was some creepy death and some hauntings and some of, she worked in as much as she could from the what you consider country music that is accepted, but that wasn't as popular right now on the radio. And
I don't even know what's popular on the radio now, but I recognize a lot of those.
Spotify was what we were using, and it has a huge amount of music on Spotify. However, it's not perfect, and most of the stuff that we consider steampunk is kind of hard to find. It's hard to find, but it's there now. It's just you got to know who plays steampunk music, and it's like when I first heard The Cog is Dead. A lot of their music to me wasn't steampunk because it didn't have the steampunk noise to it of what I considered steampunk. And I think what it was is they were still transitioning into the steampunk band at the time. So a lot of their big hits weren't steampunk flared, but I'm using these a lot today. They're going to get tired.
Because there's not a steampunk sound that I could find easily nailed down.
It's kind of like the Oakenfold, the Paul Oakenfold, the guy who does the tubular bells. That is unique enough to me. I would consider that steampunk. And or Mike Oakenfold, is it? I can't come up. The guy who came up with the Scream music to it, the whole like piano tap music. But they actually have
Mike Oakenfold.
Oakenfold. Yeah, it's a weird name, Oakenfield. Well, he does one that's called it's like Tubular Bells, and oh gosh, there's something very steampunk about playing an instrument with hammers, and it is beautiful music. I recommend looking it up. There is one that's, I can't remember the name of the song right now, but it starts off with like this little girl going, there's a man and was found in the rain with his bag of secrets, and he decided to leave and go up the mountainside far above the clouds, and was never heard of again except for the sound of tubular bells. And then it just like rings forth and it just booms, and it's beautiful music afterwards, and I love it. Anytime I can find a car or a sound system I believe is worth anything, I play that song on it to test it. And I think it's one of the most gorgeous pieces of music I've ever heard. And it's using...
You're right. Oldfield. We were saying it completely wrong, even when I looked at it. Oldfield.
Yeah. But to find it, it's like you have to like you have to like dig weirdly for it because it's not something normal. I literally have to go back to the YouTube every time to find a name. I got it saved. But to me, I would consider that song steampunk because it has a story to it and it's very different. And it's not the, it's not the I lost my dog, I lost my car, I lost my girl. But even then, if done right, like if you're talking about me, I lost my dog, I lost my girl, I lost my truck. That
happened to me earlier this year. Sorry.
Sorry. I mean, that could be steampunk if you wrote it in a certain passion or had whatever.
Well, it wasn't a dog; it was a cat. But anyway.
Yeah. But you could do it. I think really what it is, it just comes down to what people consider as steampunk, and is it done by someone who considers them a steampunk artist? And that's the problem.
Well, there is a podcast, the Clockwork Cabaret, and they're DJs. I met them at Dragon Con, but I've been listening to their podcast for a while now. And they like to say, well, we like it, we play it, that makes it steampunk because they're steampunk DJs. They do play this one older, and I can't remember who they play all the time, but he's an older country western guy. And he has the deep gravelly voice and everything, and they play him a lot,
Yeah.
So
his
they
voice
really like him. And I can't remember his name now, but anyway, yeah, they play him a lot. So there are some older country people out there who can be considered steampunkish. I don't know. There's also different types. There's all kinds of music out there, obviously. There was a couple that played at the one Renaissance fair that was out south by San Antonio. We went there one time that one year together, Thax. We met there. I remember it was a combination. Well, when you went, it was a combination Renaissance steampunk fair. The year I went,
that was in Lockhart, wasn't it?
Lockhart? No. It was south. Tom Waits, yes, Tom Waits. They play him all the time. Sorry, thanks, Rita.
Is Tom Waits country? Does he count in that sort of shtick?
Old country, old South country.
I don't even know what to call Tom Waits.
I consider him country.
I consider him country. An American singer and songwriter.
Thanks a lot.
That helps. Okay, we cleared that up. Blues singer. Rock. He's a blues singer. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Blues.
Okay. Yeah.
My bad.
Cigarettes and slit your wrists blues.
Jazz and rock. There we are.
Okay. No, was it Lockhart? No, it was west of San Antonio a bit. Remember you had to Bernie? No, not Bernie.
So there was that.
Anyway, you had your dog in the roller walker. That wasn't Lockhart.
So there was a Christmas show we went to in Bernie, Texas. That
was Dickens on Main, wasn't it?
Right. That's not what you're talking about.
No. Anyway, there was a couple there. She played like the wash tub bass and all kinds of other instruments, and they sounded kind of country to me, but I liked them. The man looked like like the comedian George Lopez, but he wasn't. It wasn't him. But I bought their CD. I liked their music. I bought their CD. But they had it so locked down I couldn't transfer it to my computer, so I haven't been able to listen to their CD because I don't have a CD player. Well, I didn't have a CD player at the time. And I forget their name now, but because I haven't listened to them in a long time. I have the CD somewhere in my room. I'll look at it later. But anyway, I digress. I have gone completely off topic. I am sorry. Not that we really had a topic other than music.
Well, music is specifically country, steampunk.
Well,
fusion.
Here's another funny thing about it. Like even Steam Powered Giraffe, some of their songs aren't steampunk. Like a lot of their new stuff, because they're big in Japan, is very kawaii kind of new.
Okay, Jack.
That's their newer stuff. Like their first album reminded me. There was a lot of songs.
I have been corrected on this.
Kawaii.
Kawaii.
Okay.
Kawaii is cute. Kawaii is scary.
Oh my god, that's so close. Well, I mean, they are kind of scarily cute. But I mean, the spine, man, that guy, oof. It's but so
I just did a Google search on.
Go on.
Go ahead. No, I just did a Google search on country steampunk music, and the first thing that came up was Lindsey Sterling. Sterling, the violinist.
3 or 4 songs, and like she did Dust Punk. She did with the Imagine Dragons. They got together and did a song, and it was very like Radioactive or something. No, it was a different song. Was it?
I know the song you're trying to think of.
Yeah, and then they had the one where it was the Western style thing where they were using sonic weapons essentially against each other.
Yeah.
And I love Lindsey Sterling. If I could book Lindsey Sterling, I'd be happy. I would utterly be happy. I have been following Lindsey Sterling since she was trying, like before she was big, even on American Idol. And
I saw her on American Idol. Yeah,
that was such a horrible day for her because she missed like half her chords, but it still sounded good.
No way, man. No, it wasn't American Idol. It was America's Got Talent. What I saw her on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like she missed half her chords, and I just felt so bad for her. But it helped to propel her a little bit. And when I bought my music from her, I actually sent her a message on one of her websites saying, "Which place do you get the most money from?" And she's like, "Well, you can buy here, here, and here." And I'm like, "Well, which one do you get the most money back from?" It was like, "Well, Apple gives me 60 cents per song, and this place gives me 80 cents per song." I'm like, "Well, okay, I'm buying it from this weird place." And she thought that was very nice. And so, like, I don't buy music often because most of the time it's easy to find it other ways where it's most of the music I like. It's hard to find a place to buy it from.
Lying around, not being used,
Well, YouTube and everything. I mean, it's so easy to sit there. I like this song, and you just save it on YouTube, and then, but you can't get most of it on CD anyway, or you can't buy it on the Apple Store or wherever you want to buy your stuff from, because most of the stuff I listen to are mixed, or is custom, or something else, and it's not easily obtainable. I don't mind buying if it is easily obtainable, but that's kind of the internet pirate in people is, are you willing to do it for free? I'm willing to buy it if it's easy to get. If I can't get it unless it's illegal, then that's kind of the problem.
Then I'm motivated to steal it.
Yes, then I'm motivated to steal it.
So difficult.
Hence his wanted poster.
I'm just an internet pirate. I don't want to hurt you. I just want to copy all your stuff.
I want the thing I want.
I think Nicole's off, so you're okay for confession there. I don't think she heard that one.
Oh, good. I mean, just in case. No, just delete this part from the whole thing. We'll deal with it.
Right. Texas Steampunk Connection does not condone or the views of Jack
pirating or any type of stealing at all. We are completely legitimate. Anything that we have said here is not considered to be what's the right word for it? The rights or decisions of the show itself, but maybe only.
Nicole's still here. She got you. But this is for entertainment purposes. Any confession and or
all right,
any alleged confession is for entertainment only and not real. There you go.
I'm sure there's the right form for this.
Anyway, we're talking about Steam Powered Giraffe. I'm sorry we cut you off from that. I was going to say that I think it was their first album that I listened to. A lot of the songs on there actually reminded me of some of like the Beatles from back in their Yellow Submarine days.
Yeah,
to me.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs they sing is the only reason it's steampunk is because it's them, because it's about astronauts in space on a burning space station as they are trying to not die, but there's nothing they can do, and it's fire. And, yeah, and you listen to that song, morbid thing ever because they won't be cold as they expire. Like, oof.
I like their Electricity in My Soul song. That to me is very steampunk. And it actually, I feel like I have electricity in my soul because I'm a technician. I work on electricity kind of stuff. So it speaks to me personally.
Batteries, man.
Yeah. So actually, Nicole has just admitted to being bribable.
Well, but I know
if I pay you if the right amount is 500, can I just turn Jack in? But that would kind of negate the fact that trying to forget. So it's kind of a back and forth
We've made an
conundrum there.
economic. It's kind of an ecosystem with her and me and like anybody else. The money comes in and it goes out the other end and it comes around in circles. It just comes back to her and me, and it just kind of it's almost yet another way for me to launder money by me getting put in jail and then spending, being able to drive her is actually a business expense at this point that I can write off on my taxes.
So once again, Texas Steampunk Connection does not condone or admit to being any part of any kind of laundering of money.
Bad business advice,
unless I get a cut of my own.
We're not against this. Business has to be done. I'm fully for helping small businesses.
I mean, I figure we're merging our brands anyway. The Steamchest and the Texas Steampunk Connection, they're kind of intermingling a little bit,
Oh yeah, business ventures. Dax is down here going, I'm just gonna be quiet. I don't want to get indicted. I just wanted to drink and talk and know things.
Speaking of Steamchest, Christmas is coming up.
Hi, America.
Yes, Christmas is coming up.
It might be a good time to mention what Steamchest is about, in case our listener hasn't heard about it yet.
And looking for Christmas present ideas. There you go.
This is a good moment if we so desire, and I didn't bring it up, so therefore it's completely spontaneous.
Texas Steamchest is not a sponsor of Texas Steampunk Connection because he has yet to pay me. So I might be a sponsor of Texas Steamchest because he's on my show. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. It works out. We'll work out a payment plan. I'll give you a shirt. More buttons.
Well, actually, you gave me some of my steampunk cred the other night as well. I'm not wearing it tonight, but you gave me some steampunk cred.
We can't wear it until we're all done with this because you have survived thus far. That is
the steampunk cred is that I have is the proof that I went to a steampunk event. That was a steampunk event, so I got proof that I was there. Unfortunately, I'm not on my outfit. I do not have
pandemic. It's not relevant. We find that on your cold dead.
But I got it at a steampunk event.
You survived the pandemic thus far.
Exactly. Anyway, Steamchest. Go ahead, Jack. Here, I'll center on you.
Website here. I'm just going to kind of read over our front page.
There you go.
Steamchest is a subscription box that gets mailed to your door every month. The idea behind this box is with every package, you get a series of mystery items from the world of Victorian science fiction. It is a steampunk surprise box. And it will have anywhere from 3 to 6 items, ranging from pocket watches to artisan tees to T-shirts with original steampunk art made by original artists in the community. We collaborate with musicians to bring you the latest in steampunk music. We team up with movie directors to bring you sneak peeks of steampunk's influence in the music and the movie industry. We also join up with authors to bring you journeys into the steampunk fiction. In addition, we provide you with wonderful craft items to build your steampunk lifestyle. And so we have had audiobooks, we've had books on, we've had PDFs, a lot of PDFs. The way we do those is because they give you a code to download things to. We actually took little glass vials and with corks on top, and we took the strips that give you the link to it, and rolled them up on these little sticks and stuck them inside, so they look like a little kind of like a lost bottle in the ocean, but we call them little daydreams in a bottle because it has the whole book on it.
Oh, cool.
And so because people, it's a digital item, and we needed a physical representation. And so now I've seen people at conventions that had those when we had a couple authors that were giving us those on regular, and they would like make little bandoliers over them on their hats or whatnot, and they are starting to use them like it's a daydream in a bottle, or it's a hex, or it's a captured like one cast vial of magic. And I'm like, that is a fantastic idea. I love it. Just uncork it and throw it, and say the magic word, and you have a one-shot fireball. This is what people come up with our gear. We send them after they've, used the scroll to get their book on their new, their complete newfangled technology piece. And we love that the fact that that's the kind of help me here, imagination that people we have in our community and what we do all the time. We find all these cool things. One reason I like going to conventions is that I get to look at all these vendors that are not being utilized, that have cool stuff but have not a very great way of showing people what they're doing. And so we'll buy either some of their gear there, or we'll actually like commission work from them and to put in our box. And so that they get more viewing of their gear, and people can check them out and see what else they actually have. And we'll do pictures on our website. Pretty much we started off as kind of a way to highlight vendors and makers in our community we didn't think were getting enough publicity. And then we turned into kind of a subscription service, because unlike most other subscription services, we actually purchase items from companies and individuals to put in our box, and we actually purchase advertising to put in our box. We are paying artists in the community for their gear and their wares, and we're putting it and bringing it out to you guys. So we're providing a wonderful service that we really do believe in, and here we are trying to now start moving into the events. Weird timing for it, I know, but we would like to do more events because that was very fun. And we do have a lot of connections, and we would like to start utilizing them to help bring those people out and, help them profit and have everyone have a very fun and great time. So if you guys would like to know more, just go over to chestofsteam.com and click around on our website, and it'll tell you pretty much everything you need to know. If you need any other questions, just hit us up on Facebook. We answer pretty much immediately.
Awesome. Are you planning a December box, or are you on hold?
Yes.
What's going on with right now?
So
currently?
Every month, if you order at the 5th of every month, we will charge your card or whatever payment system you have, and you get put on a list. And in about 10 to 20 days, you will be getting your box. So it's every 5th of the month is when we tabulate and charge everybody and get that money in and get everything rolling. So you get on a list then. So if you sign up on the 30th, you'll be 6 or 7 days before you'll notice the charge. If you sign up on the 6th, it'll be a month and a day before you notice there's a charge. And before your box gets rolling. So the 5th is our cutoff, and then we try to be as transparent about that as possible. You have that problem.
I have a cat playing with my camera at the moment. That's why I'm flying all over the place.
So if someone were to sign up today, they would see their charge in a couple of days, and they would be in time to get the November box.
Yes.
All right.
They would be on the list.
Do you have a sneak peek of what could be in December? Just like a little tease.
Not on me, but
okay, no worries. I was just hoping.
Some of the stuff that was on our table, though, will be in the November box. So we had some the plaguey stuff going in our box. Yeah, that was some of the stuff that came in. I have a couple more things that are coming in. We have a new shipment of these little dudes coming in, so they'll be probably in the November or December box. These are actually made by a woman on Etsy named Happy Squid Muffin, and she does all sorts of plushies out of she does crochet, I assume. And we saw them one time, and it's these little tiny, awesome little squids, and they're great, and they're adorable, and they're like all sorts of things. And so we got
they're really cute. Yes,
and we've had
Is she the same lady who does the Zeppelin that you showed me, or the airship?
That was different, but I'm pretty sure I could ask her to do that too, or I could just go get them from that guy. I have his information.
I think that would be perfect for December because they look like Christmas tree ornaments.
That's actually why we got them. I think there was actually last year's Christmas was little crocheted airships, and but I know like Happy Squid Muffin. I bought one especially for Lex for her hat, which we'll need to get up and running again, but it was the little chameleon from Tangled put on her hat. So
okay,
yeah. But
wow, we're coming up on an hour already. Holy crap, time flies. I mean, I have no problem going late, but hours normally people's attention span.
Should go, yeah.
Although, I mean, there's only one person listening. It's probably Rita or Nicole, one of the two. Probably, I'm betting on Rita, because Rita's our most dedicated and listener. But yeah, so I mean, I guess we can skip our homework and wait till next time. Although I had a really nice one that I just discovered recently, but I guess we can wait till next time for our homework. Did you have something at all, or were you prepared, Thax?
Of course I'm prepared. What are you saying?
Okay. You don't. Well, okay. And I know. And Jack, you were prepared?
Yes, I'm prepared.
Okay. Yeah, I was prepared too. However, but it's running late. I mean, if we did ours, we'd have to be like boom, boom, boom. It's probably Rita. It says Rita.
Well, listen.
But yeah, I mean,
we do have 10 minutes. Do either of you have a report that's involving some sort of potential Christmas gift opportunity? Because now's the time where everybody's shopping for that sort of thing.
Oh, actually, I did find something, but that's not what I had queued up. Let me see if I can find it.
I'm not suggesting you make another report, but I do have something that I just received in the mail. Shouldn't take too long. But
Go for it.
I want to bring it up because as people are shopping for Christmas gifts, this might be a nice thing.
Okay.
It just so happens something Flavio found, and I will. Let's see. Share my screen.
You're solo.
You know what? There's another way to do this. That and this.
This is riveting broadcasting.
I am at work. The gears turning in his head.
We are not professionals. Oh, there it is.
Remember that thing?
At the stream. Oh yes, the dice.
Yeah, so
started a D&D round with people too.
Those as being some cool thing on our Facebook page, and they were sold out.
Actually, got a lot of comments. That was one of the most active ones we had. Comments.
Yeah, and the actual store owner piped up and said, "We have them back in stock. Please buy them." Okay.
And we have this other set that looks kind of like them too.
Yeah, he was super customer service oriented, so that was cool. So what can I do? I placed an order, and they just showed up.
Oh,
there.
Hold on.
I don't know if I was going to stay that, but at $20, I thought that was pretty reasonable.
For something,
so
yeah.
I'm pulling them out of the box right now. I've got my receipt here. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, for those of you listening and not watching the video, there are some dice that are basically steampunk dice, and they are resin with the gears are inside the dice that are.
Sorry. I forget that we are a radio program too. Yes, these are custom-made dice. I assume they're custom-made. They call them the Gnome Tinkerer, and they've got, from the picture, little gears inside the resin of the die. And it's a full set of 7 dice of the standard gaming sizes, shapes. I'm pulling them out now. I've got a little purple bag where they come in. And
that new dice sound.
Oh yeah, they look great here. I don't know if this is a professional dice manufacturer. Oh.
The things are suspended in a nice area. It's like right in the very middle.
That's nice.
And with some of the more complex dice shapes, you really get sort of the effect of them being larger.
Mm-hmm.
But they look, they're definitely professional looking dice. I was thinking this was just like a guy who was pouring resin in his garage.
It might very well be. He's just doing it really well.
That's the way to do that. But if he's doing a great job. These are really, really nice. The D20, it comes with two D20s. This is D20. D10. 110s and 100s. Yeah, you can see the 20 there. It is a large number. Yep. And one of our concerns was it would be hard to read the numbers with the business going on inside the die. And with the large size fonts, there's no problem.
These are beautiful. Filigree on them as well.
Yeah, it's kind of got a serif font. It's pretty. They're pretty. I don't even game anymore, but I wanted these.
Yeah, I've yet to order some. I wanted them, and I yet to order them. Did they roll well? Have you rolled them? Do they seem to roll okay?
You're watching me take them out of the box now, so.
Yep.
They seem to.
Yeah. They look like dice. They roll like dice. How about that?
One of the things I learned from watching too many YouTube videos is you can take your die, like this one, and drop it into a cup of water. And it should float. Mm-hmm. But to make sure that it's balanced, you sort of push it around and see that it doesn't always land on the same side in the water.
As it when it's floating? Okay.
That would be one side is lighter and one side is heavier, and then it will tend to roll inconsistently. I don't know how these are going to work out in that case.
Science must be done.
Well, that's interesting. So one of the corners on this D6 has been sort of polished a little flatter than the others. Oh. That was probably where the pour spout was into the bowl that they had to clean up the flashing.
Technical term,
which I think is fine. I don't have a problem with it. I just think it's interesting. I can see how this was poured a little bit, which is fun. So yeah, I'm recommending this. These are cool. These came from, what's the name of this place? TheWizardsVault.com. They are not promoting. They are not buying this advertisement or anything. I just thought they were neat.
Yeah, because I saw them and I thought they were really cool, nice. Yeah.
And they also apparently plant one tree for every item purchased.
Wow, even better. I would definitely go order some now.
Trees for the
planet.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
I didn't even know that was part of the service. So very nice.
Nice.
If you know somebody who's a gamer, likes dice, not a gamer who likes dice, it was like a dice dragon.
Well, now that you brought up like Christmas shopping, Christmas shopping, I remember the gentleman who won the costume contest on Halloween night at our event. He was asking about where we can get vests and whatnot. And I recently came across on Facebook this. Let me share. And I was looking at them, and I thought there were some really nice ones. I'm probably going to have it. Let me see. Where's share screen? There it is. This is riveting stuff. All right. Do you see these vests?
Oh,
okay.
They were advertised as Victorian steampunk gothic waistcoats. That's a black one. I was looking at this blue one. I'm thinking of buying this blue one. That looks really nice.
I feel like I need like 30 pounds.
I do like the print.
Yeah.
What's this called?
And, they got all different colors, obviously.
Ooh, the prints are nice.
This is I don't know if there's a reputable place or not. I just like the way the pictures look. I like the way that they look in the pictures. I haven't pulled the trigger on any of these, but if I were, I'd probably get the blue one.
Ooh, there's a black. They
got all kinds. They got gold. They got all kinds. They even got ties and pocket squares to go with them. And the price doesn't seem too bad. There's somewhere in here there was a price, a size right here. You can measure yourself to get the right size data.
Yeah.
I know sometimes if you order things online, they may not fit properly because whatever, medium, large, whatever kind of thing, you don't know. But here's a price, a size guide, and so that this, I don't know how long it'd take to ship. I don't know anything about this company. They're definitely not an advertiser. I just this is shopping ideas for Christmas. If anybody wants to buy me a Christmas present, this blue one's good. I don't know my size yet.
If you know
I'm
any
not
company
worried
wants to
about-
advertise through us, please also tell us about it because we don't mind getting paid in either merchandise or actual money. Sounds good to me.
Money is always a perfect fit. I'm always paranoid about these fly-by-night stores on the internet because I hear about
I know.
people who, you place your order and then they disappear.
Or
Yes, I agree.
Or they drop ship it from China and the size is all screwed up and there's no way that this was ever going to fit.
I had that happen with Wish, and they bought a large shirt.
That's why I think the fact that they had the measuring chart to measure yourself to pick the right size. That's why the fact that that's there gives me a little bit of help, about the size fitting, That way you can order the right size because I know, as I said, I am concerned about ordering the right size or not, but that they have that thing there, the chart there to measure yourself and the measurements to get the right size, which is, like I said, a good sign.
Beautiful photos. They look like they're advertising a gorgeous looking product. I hope it's the same product they're actually shipping.
Exactly. Like I said, I haven't pulled the trigger. I'm not. Yeah, I know. I am a little bit paranoid as well. Like I ordered a hat and it never showed up from China.
Honestly, I've not had a whole never getting my item. I've had, like you said, I've had a lot more problems not getting quite the item I thought I was getting. But
yeah,
that's. I know there was a point in time where that was really rampant, and I know a lot of due to some of my previous job experience, there are times when China is really good at shipping stuff because the companies are being basically reprimanded for having lower quality items, and therefore they have to have that quality again. Or if it's like a first run, it's going to be a lot better. Second run, usually is not nearly as good, and third run is like garbage. But sometimes you can kind of get the American distributor and the Chinese government's actually really wanting the Chinese companies to not screw up so bad. So there's a lot of pressure on the companies to become more legitimate and stay consistent with their products. But I know lately is completely up in the air, but 2 years front, like 2018, 2019, the quality of Chinese products was getting a lot better. And but then COVID hit, so who knows where we are going to be sitting at right now.
Right. I mean, and this may not even be from China. I mean, they might be, but they may not be. I don't know where they're from. And like I said, the prices are reasonable. They're like $40, which is a really damn good price.
I
can't speak for the quality.
It always helps
to
shop around. I just found the exact same picture of a product on Amazon, and I'm much more. I feel much better about ordering from Amazon than some nobody on the internet. For
place that in the comments. Oh, $3 cheaper. Okay.
So $3 cheaper. If you've got Prime, you got free shipping.
Sorry, my cat. I knocked down a bottle.
4.3 stars. So
wow,
that's not bad. 4.3 stars. Yeah, put that link up on the comments.
Just look for men's Victorian suit vest or men's Victorian vest. You'll find it. The whole point is I'm encouraging you to shop around, look for it in different places because the internet has many duplicates. This store
that makes sense. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't really completely recommending these things. I'm just saying they look nice. Right. I like them.
Yeah, it is nice looking. I like that collar.
I could always use more vests. Yeah, I could always use more vests.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I guess. Go ahead.
Oh, I just I appreciate your coming from this to this with a good suggestion. It is a really nice looking vest. One hopes.
Yeah, one hopes.
I'll tell you what, you guys order it and tell me how it is.
Of all three of us, Jack, it's probably going to fit you best.
Maybe.
You bit of totty.
I know. I party a little too much, and there's a bowl. All that candy that was out at the party. Half of it
You ate
came
it
home.
all?
No, not yet. But I am diligently working on it with all of my soul and heart. I will vanquish that bowl, and then I'll try to fit into the best.
Oh. Well, if you have any milk duds left, I'll gladly take them off your hands. I love milk duds.
Oh, I will start saving them for you.
Yeah. Well, look at the time. I think we are definitely past our time. We actually did our homework, except this time it was Christmas recommendations. We had Steamchest, we had dice, we had vests. We did a good job. All right. So
mission accomplished.
We did our homework by introducing steampunk stuff, each individual. So the one I was going to introduce, I will introduce next time. And I will keep that for later. So I haven't finished watching it. So, there's a hint. It's a show.
If you're listening to this later, I hope you're doing well after all the things that are happening tonight that we're trying not to talk about. If you find anything cool on the internet, please feel free to post it on our Facebook page. We may talk about it on the show or buy one ourselves. Just any comments, any input you want to give, we're very happy to hear it. Yeah, this was fun.
Yes, comments, compliments. It's Facebook, Texas Steampunk Connection on Facebook, as well as Steamchest on Facebook.
We love compliments.
Yeah. Yes, love compliments. As I said last time, any kind of not compliments. What's insults?
Comments.
What insulted comments?
You can post those on Twitter.
Yeah, at least send us a Twitter. Texas Steamchest.
Tweet at us.
Connection on Twitter.
Because we don't use Twitter, we don't know how to do it.
I have a Twitter. I just I don't understand it.
Like
yeah.
it.
Make a TikTok about it. I don't know.
I'll make a TikTok. I'll do full blown YouTube videos on it if people are going to watch it.
Oh, she's off. She's off. Nicole started a TikTok, and she only has like 4 or 5 TikToks. Three of them which are steampunk related, and they're funny. She's really funny.
We have to bring her on as our resident TikTok specialist and just have her do a couple of her videos for more views.
Yeah. I mean, I blame her. She's the reason why I actually downloaded TikTok because I saw it and it was hilarious. But she hasn't posted anything recently. She's only got like 4 or 5. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, sorry. Go on. I'll let you finish.
No, I was finished. Go ahead.
I did it because the U.S. government said if you didn't already have it on your phone, you weren't allowed to have it anymore. So I'm like, well, I'm putting it on my phone.
Perfect. Yes.
That sounds so ridiculous.
Hopefully
it wasn't true.
Right. Oh my.
Wild times.
So once again, thank you for listening or watching. Thank you, Rita, for being our one and only consistent watcher, listener.
For reading this.
It was very nice It was very nice meeting you last weekend at our steampunk party in Copeland, Texas Dance Hall. And meeting your husband was cool too. He seems like a steampunker, tinkerer, our kind of person. And like Lex was saying, leave comments, suggestions. Go ahead and send them on Facebook. So I think that's it. And anything else, guys?
Fly
I'm going to take that as a no. All right. Until next time, mind your gauges. Especially if the election goes crazy. Just don't be an asshole.
It's going to be crazy no matter what happens.
There might be some cases where being an asshole is okay.